Hello everyone, and welcome to the live stream. I hope that you're all doing good tonight. We have a lot of Superman to discuss. A great character that might be ruined because, of course, why not? Hollywood loves to destroy things that we love. We're going to be talking about, for Superman, Warner Media hiring a left-wing political activist to write the newest Superman movie/reboot. We're also going to be talking about a couple of rumors with that because J.J. Abrams is, of course, part of the project, because why the hell wouldn't he be? And we're going to be talking about the rumor that this Superman will actually be black and that Henry Cavill is no longer going to play Superman, which is very depressing. Something I don't want to talk about because it's very, very sad. I like Henry Cavill quite a bit. I think that he did a great job as Superman, but it sounds like he might actually not be coming back as Superman again. And I'm also going to be talking about another Superman topic very briefly, but Superman and Lois actually had just aired. The first episode did. The second episode came out today, I believe, which I haven't watched it yet, but I saw the first episode, and I want to give you guys kind of some of my thoughts on Superman and Lois, because it did premiere with very strong viewership numbers and audience scores, and I actually really enjoyed the first episode. I thought that it was pretty good. Now, let's take into consideration that this is a CW show, and I do have some worries about it, but I thought that the first episode was decent. I want to talk about Anthem officially dying. I've talked about Anthem a lot here on the channel. I've talked about its failure after failures after failures, and BioWare is officially moving on from it. They are done with it. They do not care about it anymore. So I wanted to kind of wrap up the Anthem discussions because I don't really think we're going to hear much about Anthem anymore. They're going to just finish updating the version that exists now. They're done. They're not doing the reboot. And I also want to talk about a recent article that came out by Bounding Into Comics and just the topic in general. Bill Burr. So Bill Burr does play, obviously, a character in The Mandalorian. And he had came out on an episode of a podcast kind of briefly talking about the Gina Carano situation and basically saying she was a very nice woman on set. You know, he really liked her. She was nothing but a sweetheart. But he didn't fully defend her. And this is kind of a situation that I really want to give my opinions on because he's in a way defending her character and her personality, saying she played Cara Dune very well and she did a good job playing the character, but she's a nice person as well. But should he really be praised for his statements? So we're gonna read his statements, talk about that a little bit, and I want to briefly discuss this Twitch situation. So I did a video on this yesterday. Twitch decided to come out to support Women's History Month by spelling women with an X. Womxn, women, womanx, whatever we want to call it, however you want to pronounce it, even though it's still technically pronounced woman. And it completely backfired on them. They got so many mean tweets sent to them. It was trending on social media. It absolutely exploded because people were very pissed at them and their decision to go with Women's History Month, but spelling it women with an X instead of an E. So those are the topics that we're going to discuss tonight. Lots of Superman, some Gina Carano, Mandalorian news, Anthem, and then we're going to briefly talk about the Twitch backlash situation. So, before we get into the topics, hello everyone. I hope that your evening is going well. How are we all doing tonight? Bill Burr is riding the fence like a rodeo champ. I agree. I think that he is... He is trying to protect his career, which I do understand completely. I understand that he's an actor. He cares about his job. He cares about his future in the industry. But at the same time, he's half-assing it. He's like, yeah, you know, it sucks that she got fired. But the brief amount of time that he talked about it, it was more so of him saying, but I'm worried about myself more, and I have to watch what I want to say, and I'm worried about my future. So on one hand, you know, I understand that he's an actor and he cares about his future, but on the other hand, did he really defend Gina? And should he be being praised for defending Gina? So that's what we're going to talk about. In their case, it's, how do we want to say it? Womxn? Woman? Women? Women with an X? Women X? X-Women? Guys, I can't wait to see that new X-Men film. It's called X-Women. It's going to be great. Female empowerment, right? Oy, oy, oy. I can't. How much can a white girl can't if a white girl just can't even? I mean, I can't believe that Twitch was dumb enough to try that shit and think that it was gonna fly with everyone. They thought, oh, this is gonna be great. Everyone's gonna love this. No one's gonna be mad about it. Everyone's gonna be A-okay with us just not knowing how to spell, basically. The problem is that it's a political statement. It's a term, or a spelling of a term used by intersectional feminists. It's a political move. And we know that every company's got political motives. I mean, we're not that stupid. We understand that they do. Doesn't mean we want it shoved into our faces. Very offended by you, Twitch. Very offended. I can't believe it. I wouldn't even try to pronounce it. Womxn? Woman X? The X-Woman? It sounds like... It sounds like an Xbox Live gamer tag. It's like X-Women X69. I should change my usernames to like X-Women X something. Twitch hires dear people. I'm really not surprised. Now, let's not shame about people's role-playing preferences, okay? We can be nice, okay? If you want to role-play as a deer, you go for it. Just... I don't really respect a company that's gonna hire a brand ambassador that's chowing on grass on a live stream. I mean, if that's what you're into, you go for it, I guess. Don't expect me to want to live stream on your platform when that's who's representing me, though. If I was a Twitch streamer, I'd be like, well, don't speak for all of us over here. Yeah. Guys, I wonder if there's a deer con. Like, the people that are into that go to. It's just like in a field, there's grass. Okay, we're not going to talk about that. Hi, guys. XX underscore woman with an X underscore XX. That's actually really good. Yeah. I'm going to change all my usernames to that. Guys, get ready for a rebrand. Let's get ready. Oh, I see Cyberpunk in the chat. I'm not even gonna acknowledge it. We don't talk about Cyberpunk around here anymore, alright? Please don't break my heart like that. That's the #1 way to break my heart. I can't believe it. We're not gonna talk about Cyberpunk, though. Is he really obligated to defend Gina? No, but if you're going to... The thing is he made a statement. He tried to make a statement. It's like you either make a statement or you don't. It's like, if you want to defend her, great, then defend her. But if you're not going to defend her or say something with your chest, then why are you going to say it at all? There's no one that works at Disney defending Gina Carano. None of them, because they're afraid. They know that she's a hot topic right now. They know that anything they say is going to be scrutinized. And the thing with Bill Burr is that he half said it. He's being a fence sitter. That's the best way to boil it down. He came out with a statement, basically saying she's a great person, you know, behind the scenes, and she's always been very nice to me, and I really like her. But he doesn't really condemn what Disney did. That he just said, now I have to watch what I say. DeerCon, Vera has gone off the rails. It's 2021. I mean, where are the rails? How can you go off them if they don't exist? Oh no, the X's in chat. It's gonna be a crazy night. Oh, women with an X. Back in college, there was a trend. Woman with the Y. Yeah, how do you pronounce that too? XY, next it's gonna be Z. Guys, let's get on it before someone else starts the trend. Let's put it in Wikipedia. Let's make an entry, women with the Z. We gotta do it now. We have to trademark that shit before someone else steals it. It's probably already taken. It's probably already claimed by someone out there. Some group out there of nut jobs that want to take basic spelling of genders and change them around to be less offensive, even though by saying you're less offensive, you're actually offending the people who you're trying to say that you're being inclusive to. Oh no, I can't. Womxn. Yeah, that's it. We're the women with the Z. That's how it goes. All right, you guys, so let's get started on the first topic. Now, the first topic encapsulates 3 articles. The first topic's going to be a little bit long. I'm going to do my best to not ramble too much because there is a lot of information. It's mainly just Superman. There's a lot of topics within the Superman umbrella that I want to discuss. Mainly about them rebooting Superman and who they've chosen to create, write, and direct this new Superman movie / reboot. I can't believe it. The fact that there's a rumor, even just a rumor is enough to get everyone very upset, but there is a rumor that this new Superman will be black and that Henry Cavill is gonzo as Superman. He's out. He's no longer going to play Superman. And I want to talk about the Superman and Lois show premiering with very strong viewership numbers and audience scores, and just give you my general thoughts on it, because I thought that the show, the first episode, I haven't seen the second episode yet, I thought the first episode was actually pretty good. I thought that it definitely has some promise. So, the first article that we're going to start out with is Warner Media reportedly hires a left-wing political activist, Ta-Nehisi Coates, to write a new Superman movie. We know as soon as someone is hired for a directing, a writer, a producer, anything, any type of role, we're going to look into them. We're going to figure out who they are. But the problem is that obviously everyone has political opinions. Everyone has their own opinions. But this is someone with a history of throwing their political opinions into work that they've created, which is a giant red flag. So a new report claims that Warner Media and J.J. Abrams, fucking of course, the destroyer of franchises, hired left-wing political activist Ta-Nehisi Coates to write a new Superman film. So, the report comes from Deadline's Anthony D'Alessandro, who wrote, Deadline has confirmed that author Ta-Nehisi Coates is writing a Superman reboot feature for Warner Brothers in DC, which J.J. Abrams is producing under his Bad Robot label. So first of all, we have J.J. Abrams on this project. It's dead. It's already gone. It's already came and gone. It's already left. J.J. Abrams is the destroyer of franchises. He has touched Star Trek and ruined it. He's touched Star Wars and ruined those projects. Now he's moving to Superman. I wonder what's gonna happen. I will bet hard-earned cold cash that J.J. Abrams is gonna fuck up Superman too. But to boot, it's not even just J.J. Abrams who is touching this character, this franchise, but they're also hiring Ta-Nehisi Coates. So, he is not just a left-wing activist, he's a radical left-wing activist who has made his views about America very clear in his opinion pieces in The Atlantic. So they're already hiring someone that causes divide, whether it's on social media or in articles, whatever it may be, even in other work that he's done. This is someone who does cause a lot of divide, and I always say it, actors, actresses, directors, producers, they're humans too. They deserve to be able to voice their opinions, but it's the way that you voice them which matters, and this is someone who voices them in the worst way possible that causes as much divide as possible. So the most recent piece published on January 19th, 2021 is titled "Donald Trump is Out. Are we ready to talk about how he got in?" Right there, you're already dividing your fan base that cares about Superman and DC. So in the article, he publishes an excerpt of a previous article titled "The First White President." In the excerpt, he describes President Donald Trump as a white supremacist. He writes, "It is often said that Trump has no real ideology, which is not true. His ideology is white supremacy in all of its power." By the way, I think that art's okay. I think that okay. We don't look at comic art anymore. You can't do that around here. The good memories are gone. In his book, Between the World and Me, he writes, "White America is a syndicate arrayed to protect its exclusive power to dominate and control our bodies." He also writes about the firefighters and police officers attempting to save people in the aftermath of the terrorist attack on September 11th. He wrote, "They were not human to me, black, white, or whatever. They were menaces of nature. They were fire, the comet, the storm, which could, with no justification, shatter my body." But to make it even worse, because again, it's his own opinion, the way that he voices it is very divisive. Not only is Coates a radical activist, but he has absolutely zero experience with writing films. People should be hired based on their skills, and I understand that obviously to get new writers and producers, directors, new minds into places in industries like Hollywood, you need to give people a chance. But we're talking about a very important character, not only to DC, but to comics in general, and this industry in general. We're talking about Superman. We're talking about a film. We're not even talking about like a CW show. But he's got absolutely no experience with writing films, and his only credit is a documentary based on his book, Between the World and Me. Now, he does actually have a little bit of experience writing comic books, but even that isn't much. So he's currently writing Black Panther and Captain America for Marvel Comics. Interesting how he went from Black Panther and Captain America and Marvel to DC. And before this new run on Black Panther, he was writing the book back in 2016. So that's all that he really has. And again, I get that people need opportunities to get into an industry. I'm all for giving people opportunities if they're very skilled, but this is worrying. So the first issue shipped 55,314 copies. Now, let's just be honest, when it comes to comic books are down in general. The industry, as a lot of people have said, is dying, but by the book's 12th issue, Marvel was only shipping 37,612 copies, and by January 2018, the book was only shipping 21,321 copies. So when it comes to any sort of book series, comic book series, novels, whatever it may be, there's going to be a dip in you know, viewers if it's a show, or a dip in as many people are buying the product if it's a book or a comic book. So we all have to accept here the fact that whenever it comes to any product, if it's an ongoing series, there's going to be a dip in viewership most of the time, or a dip in interest most of the time. Even if it's the most popular television show, there's always going to be usually some sort of dip, but this is a giant dip for a series. I mean, over half of the interest was lost by people. And it says not only are the sales bad, this is huge, massively worrying, but he most definitely injects his radical politics into his writing. This is my main problem, is that, again, everyone's going to have their own opinions. They should be able to, in a way, voice them as long as it's not in a divisive way. But he throws all of his political opinions into his writing. He is not someone who just has his own opinion and accepts the fact that not everyone's going to agree on everything. He puts his politics, his very intense politics, into his writing. So it says, an example from his current run on Captain America sees a supposed friend of Steve Rogers give him a lecture on his privilege. Oh, brother. Oh, no. All that darn old privilege. So his friend tells him, you're a great guy, Steve, possibly the best, but you've never been denied a job because of who you are, never had a neighbor think you were less of a person because of your skin color, or been told to go back to your own country. This is the thing, is that can't we just have comic books and movies and TV shows that we enjoy? Where's the escapism? This is the problem, is that when you throw your political opinions into work, you're dividing the fan base who's reading your books or watching your shows, and you're forcing a narrative into our face. I read comic books because I love the characters in these out of these world stories, and I love seeing not real life in a way. I like that escapism. And I think that most of you guys and most everyone would agree that most of the time if we're reading a comic book, we're seeing, or we're reading it to see action and superheroes and bad guys versus good guys and twists. M. Night Shyamalan twists. And we're not reading comic books to be lectured about privilege and political differences that you might have from a writer. But there's actually a rumor about this new Superman reboot, and the rumor is that J.J. Abrams' new Superman will be black and Henry Cavill is out. I am so massively, utterly disappointed that Henry freaking Cavill might be out as Superman. I think that he's a really good actor. I think that he did a good job as Superman. And I'm gonna be honest, you guys, Superman's never been like my favorite character. I mean, I'm a Batman girl all the way. You put Batman in front of me, I'm gonna fangirl. Superman's always been kind of like, you know, he's cool, I guess. Usually he's pretty cute. But a new rumor claims that recently announced Superman movie that is being produced by J.J. Abrams and written by radical left ideologue Ta-Nehisi Coates will feature a black Superman. So the rumor comes from The Hollywood Reporter's Boris Kitt and Aaron Couch. They write, according to sources, the project is being set up as a black Superman story. This is something that the studio has been trying to wrap its head around for months, if not the past year or two. It says not only are there rumors that Abrams' Superman will be black, but Grace Randolph claims that the previous Superman actor Henry Cavill will no longer play the role. Now, these are all just rumors and speculations. Maybe they want to go with kind of how the Batman's going, where you've got, you know, Robert Pattinson's Batman in one universe, and then you have it was Ben Affleck, and now it's going to be Michael Keaton as Batman. And with Superman, we see multiple versions of Superman already going. We have Henry Cavill's Superman. We have the Superman from the CW. So this is already going on with Superman, but maybe they plan to add just another version of Superman into movies. The thing with that is that does get confusing for average viewers of movies. They're like, I thought that Henry Cavill was Superman, or I thought that this person, like with Batman, I thought Ben Affleck was Batman, and people do get confused because they don't, some people don't understand the differences in universes and the multiverse, and I think that going into Marvel's next phase, that's going to be confusing for people. The fact that we've got a Loki from a different universe running around, and then we're going to see, you know, how the Hex plays into everything from WandaVision, and I think it's going to be confusing for people. And we see Superman, but let's not get into the Marvel talk. It says she tweeted, I'm hearing, as are others, that Henry Cavill is out. In her subsequent video, she would also claim that Cavill has a likability problem behind the scenes. Now, we all really like Henry Cavill. Obviously, he's a very good actor, so maybe behind the scenes, he's a pain in the ass. Maybe he's not the best guy to work with. Maybe, you know, he's demanding, he's not the best to be around behind the scenes, and we think that he's great because he's a good actor, but we don't know that. These are all just rumors. This is all just speculation. He does genuinely seem like a nice guy. He doesn't seem like someone who's very stuck up or snobby. But it says, I've been telling you for so long that Henry Cavill has a likability problem behind the scenes, but so many of you didn't believe me. It's hard to just believe people that talk about rumors all the time, just because, like, it's not like you don't want to believe them, but at the same time, it's like when you hear so many rumors, you want to see evidence, you want to see facts. I get that, and I'm sure a lot of you guys feel that way. But it says, I think that this is really strong because this is such a bad move for the DC brand, but we will see how it turns out, but I think that it's really bad. Later in the video, Randolph claims that Abrams is going to cast a Superman of color. She says he is going to go with a new Superman, and it's going to be a Superman of color, most likely a black actor. And she does add that, as you know, Michael B. Jordan is someone that Warner Brothers has been like maybe for Superman for a while, and he was actually someone who spoke out and said he wanted to play a Superman of color. He said that he wanted to play Superman previously, but if we scroll down, it says there are a number of black Superman characters in DC Comics canon, and the most famous is, of course, Calvin Ellis. In fact, Michael B. Jordan actually claimed in an interview with Oprah back in 2019 that if he does play Superman, it would be Calvin Ellis. The thing with Calvin Ellis is that he is a character that is in the comics, but he was only written in 2009, so he's not brand new. And 2009 was before the push for super diversity in Hollywood and the entertainment industry, but he was written in 2009, so it's not like he is a version of Superman that we've seen for 20, 30 years, but he has been around for a little while. At the same time, though, these are just rumors, so if they did want to go with a Superman of color, they might not even go with a Calvin Ellis. They could go for a brand new character and write one. I would assume that they'd probably go for Calvin Ellis because he has been established for a couple of years now. People do know about him. Again, yeah, he's been around for a little while, but we don't even know if they would be going for that. But it says, I would be Calvin Ellis. There's another version of Superman from Earth 23. I'm a comic book guy, and there's another version of Superman in another dimension that is black already in the comic books that exist. And I think the comic book pursuits can accept that more than Clark Kent from Kansas. That's a different thing. He actually is someone that does genuinely actually care about these characters. I mean, he was in, of course, Black Panther. He really liked his character there. He really cared about the universe. He's interested in playing a Superman of color, which I do think that Michael B. Jordan's a pretty good actor. I do think that he's been decent in most of the stuff that he's been in, but still, this is a move that a lot of people wouldn't be excited for, because we're talking about potentially removing someone like Henry Cavill and replacing someone like Henry Cavill, which again, I think he's done a great job with Superman and the character. But it says, what do you make of these rumors? Do you think that we will get a black Superman? Do you think Cavill is out of the role? If he's out of the role, I would be very disappointed. Again, maybe we're going to see a situation where there's multiple different Supermans going at the same time, because we do already see Superman and Lois going. We have Henry Cavill going. Who knows? Maybe they're going to have like 5 different Superman series and movies going at once, but I don't foresee them doing that, honestly. I think Henry is a nice guy. He built a PC. I love how that's the standard. Oh, he's a good guy. He built a PC once. Hey, I built a PC too once. I'm cool. I'm a Womxn, okay? I have rights too. I feel like this is a project of disaster. We've got a writer who hasn't written any movies before and's only written one book and some comic books, being at the forefront of the writing for this movie, someone who actively throws his political opinions into series that he's written. We've got J.J. Abrams, the destroyer of franchises, being the director and being part of this project and being a lead on this project. We see rumors about him being a Superman of color, and we see rumors of them potentially replacing and phasing out Henry Cavill, who's a great actor who has played this character of Superman in a really good way, a really well done way. I just think that if
Star Wars Tragedy donated
a
$5.
lot of these rumors are
Don't
true,
mess
it's going to
with
be a
male
disaster.
characters that Burr finds attractive, or you will get a 2-hour lecture on it.
You will. It's not even just that Superman, well, Superman's not the best looking character. He's like, okay. Superman's like a 7 out of 10. Batman's much better. But it's just that, like, I like stability when it comes to these movies and these characters. I would rather see the same actor play a character for 10 years if he's doing it correctly. And Henry Cavill, I feel like he's always played Superman very well. So if we're going to be phasing him out just to make another Superman story because we can add more diversity and more inclusion into it, I'm not good with that. I don't like that idea. Again, I say this all the time, I'm all for diversity and inclusion, and I think that those things are great, but to phase out an actor because he's unlikable or because of his skin color, so that you can make, you know, a movie with an actor of color or character of color and all of these things, I don't like seeing that, and I don't think that that's the way that you do it. But thank you for the $5 donation, Star Wars Tragedy. Much appreciated. Guys, if you enjoy the live stream and my Superman rants, consider donating via Streamlabs. Give the stream a like. Become a Dark Titan via Patreon. Oh, by the way, Patreon supporter exclusive stream soon. I do want to do a supporter stream soon. Probably next week I'll be doing a supporter only stream. So consider becoming a Dark Titan. Donate. Join our Discord. Fun stuff. Okay, and now I want to move on to the last Superman-based topic of the evening, because I did want to briefly talk about this. There's not too much information on it. I want to give you guys some of my general thoughts with it, but Superman and Lois premieres with strong viewership numbers and audience scores. So I believe today the next episode of Superman and Lois came out. I haven't watched it yet. I did watch episode 1 though. A little bit of spoiler alert in case you haven't seen the first episode. I'm not going to go too into detail with it, but I really liked the first episode. I thought that it was decent. Now, the thing with CW shows is they always start out pretty good, I feel like, unless we're talking about Batwoman. Most CW shows, I feel like, start out really well, and then they kind of go downhill. Whether it's because you have comments being thrown in like women are better than men, or, you know, what a man can do, a woman can do better. I feel like this show did start out pretty well, and I think that a lot of people do agree, because the CW's latest entry into the Arrowverse, Superman and Lois, premiered with strong viewership numbers as well as audience scores. Whenever we see a big name like a Superman or a Batman or a Wonder Woman starring in something, especially with something like a CW show, there's going to be instant interest in it because we're talking about a big name character. That's why Hollywood repurposes these characters all the time. They literally take the name of a character and change everything about them just so they get clicks on things. We know that that's how it goes. That's how it's always been. But according to TV Line, Superman and Lois's 2-hour premiere was viewed by 1.6 million people and had a 0.3 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic. TV series finale actually claims that it was viewed by 1.708 million people. So there is a little bit of a difference there by like 100,000 viewers. But the premiere how do I say this? The premiere is pretty promising numbers at first. It says TV Line claims that this is the largest audience for the CW in the network's Tuesday time slot since The Flash Season 5 over 2 years ago. I want to rant for a second about the CW. I liked the start to almost all the CW shows except for Batwoman. I feel like the CW shows were very hits for me when they came out. The Flash, ooh, I really liked The Flash. I felt like The Flash, the first couple seasons of The Flash were really damn good. Arrow, I thought that Arrow was really good as well. The first like how many seasons are there of Arrow now? Holy shit. The first couple of seasons of Arrow were really good as well. I actually didn't mind the first season of Supergirl that much. I'm not defending the rest of Supergirl. Even though the first season of Supergirl did have very, like, women power moments, I felt like the overall story was interesting. Maybe the only reason why I really liked Supergirl was because her boss, Kat, that's her name, Kat, the actress, is Harrison Ford's wife, so maybe that's why I liked Supergirl Season 1, because Harrison Ford's wife is a main star in it. maybe that's why I liked season 1 of Supergirl so much. But I thought that all the CW shows started off pretty decent. Unfortunately, they all just kind of fall off a cliff. I still feel like The Flash is pretty decent. I feel like The Flash never really fell off a cliff super a lot, like super steep. But I feel like they all started out good, and that's my main worry with this show, is that it started off really strong, and I felt like the first episode was really good. That did leave us with a lot of questions, but it could easily fall off a cliff because it's the CW. The high .30 rating makes it the 5th highest rated episode on the CW this year. It's only behind the premiere of All American, which had a .39 rating. The 4th episode of All American had a .31 rating, and the premiere of Walker had a .37 rating, and the 2nd episode of Walker clocked in with a .34 rating. While it only has the premiere episode to go off of, it is also the most second viewed show based on average audience per episode. The only show ahead of it is Walker, that has an average audience of 1.962 million after episode 5. So yeah, as you can see, it's doing really well right now. The first episode, again, that's all that's up. The 2nd episode went up today. I haven't seen it yet, but I feel like this show is gonna be, I think, a strong show. I think that a lot of people are really going to enjoy the CW show for Superman and Lois, but it says Arrow season 1 premiere had a 1.3 rating and was viewed by 4.14 million people. Woo! My goodness gracious. The Flash was 4.830 million people, and Supergirl season 2 was 3 million people. So clearly you can tell that there's a big difference in viewership between like the first season of Arrow and the Flash and these shows that started out really great, and this one, because the CW's lost quite a lot of viewers, plus when the Arrowverse started and you had the Arrow and the Flash, it was new, it was fun, it was exciting. But now I think a lot of people that are fans of comic books and these characters understand that you have to be very careful with how much hope you put into their series. But I actually really liked the first episode. We don't know what, spoiler alert, let me just say spoiler alert really quick. We don't really know what the story is going to be, especially with Lex. I know a few people are questioning why Lex Luthor is black now, and I couldn't find any times that he has been, but it sounds like it's a multi-universe story since he already knows who Superman is, and he's trying to like buy up all of these places that Superman was attached to, like the Daily Planet and of course Smallville. So I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm not going to instantly say, oh my gosh, it's woke, let's not support it, because I want to give it a chance. I want series to be good, I want TV to be good, all these things just be good. That's all I can say, and maybe it will end up being that way. I just want to see where it's going to take us, what kind of story they have in mind for this show. The CW already has a Lex Luthor, so that's why I'm definitely, you know, taking into consideration that, you know, we already have one, so this is probably, you know, multiverse stuff that's going on, multi-universe story that's going on. And because of Infinite Crisis and the crossovers, the shows exist in a multiverse, so this clearly is a multiverse, multi-universe Lex. I keep trying to say multi-universe instead of multiverse, but multi-universe Lex. I hope that it's going to be good. I want to know where it's going to go. The first episode definitely left us with a lot to be desired, lots of questions, lots of not answers, lots of like, all these puzzle pieces will be connected in 5 episodes. So I hope that it's going to be good. But that's all that I really had to talk about with Superman. Lots of Superman discussion tonight. I'll update you guys as the weeks go on with Superman and Lois. I'm at least going to watch it for now. Maybe it'll die off halfway through. Maybe it's going to be boring. I thought it was promising at first, though. But we will move into the next topic in just a minute. Hello, AP. Hi, guys. How are you all doing? On a scale of 1 to 12, how are you all doing? Quickly, type it in chat. Go, go, go. Before I start the next topic. Because it's already 8:50 and we still have 3 more topics to go. I wish they kept Swamp Thing going. I think you're maybe the only person. Star Wars tragedy. I'm sorry. I actually... Oh no, I'm gonna say this and you guys are gonna hate me. I actually thought that Jesse Eisenberg was an okay Lex Luthor. Ooh, gotta end stream. I hope you guys have a great night. See you later. I actually thought that he was decent. Oh no, I'm about to be canceled. Sheesh. 4, 6, 12, 12, 7.5, 7, 7, 12, 10, 9, 7, 8, 9. Well, it seems like you guys are doing pretty good today, which is awesome. I'm glad to see so many 12s in chat. I don't know how you guys have 12s in chat in 2021, but good for you. Whatever you've got, share it with the chat. Thank you for stopping by. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Well, actually, I'm doing, like, okay, but I'll say I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. You know, it's 2021. How amazing can we be? Like, cut me a little slack. Oh, Sage, you're gonna be banned? Guys, Sage said, I enjoyed Birds of Prey. Well, that's a ban. How could you? Oh, no. Oh, you're gonna give me a headache on Birds of Prey. Let's not talk about that. How dare you? I thought he was decent. Oh my gosh. Give him a chance, you guys. You guys that are saying Jesse Eisenberg sucked as Lex Luthor were probably people who liked Jared Leto as the Joker. Don't get me started on that either. Oh, how bad. Whew, how bad. We've got a couple of fangirls for Jared Leto here. I just did not like him as Joker. / me heartbroken. Oh no. What do you think about the Fall Guys developer being acquired? Oh, they were acquired? By who? I didn't hear about that. I loved Leto Joker. Oh no. She's just crushing on Jesse. Not really. I just thought he did a decent job. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. All right, you guys, so let's move into the next topic of the evening. This is going to be a pretty quick topic. I don't really foresee a lot of a debate here. I don't foresee me giving many hot takes because I think we can all agree that Anthem is bad. So Anthem is officially dead. I never thought that I'd be able to finally say this. There are a lot of people who really loved Anthem out there, and then there were more people who really hated Anthem. And the situation with Anthem's been a bit of a... It's been a bit of a situation. It's been a bit of controversy because while I really was hoping that BioWare would rejuvenate Anthem and Anthem would become some amazing game, we never saw it happen. And I think I should have accepted, maybe we all should have accepted that Anthem was dead. The second it arrived, it was gone. It was never being resuscitated. And the Anthem 2.0 reboot is officially dead as BioWare moves on. BioWare basically punked us. They've been telling us for the past year, oh yeah, we're gonna reboot Anthem. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be great, guys. You're gonna freak out. But they basically punked us because did they really ever plan to truly reboot Anthem? Because I really don't think that they were. I think that Anthem has been it's been how do I even say this? It's been a nothing since it released. It had a ton of media coverage at first, and then it died off because nobody really cared about it anymore. It wasn't a good game. It had a lot of problems, lots of bugs, lots of glitches. And I personally think that they should have just scrapped it a year and a half ago, but they didn't. And now they're finally admitting, well, we don't want to put the time and effort into it. So it's finally official. Anthem 2.0, or Anthem Next, is no more. The Anthem reboot has officially been axed by EA and BioWare, with the former reboot head Christian Daly, now on Dragon Age 4, sending a solemn note to those working on the game and its remaining fans, an excerpt which is below. I was actually really excited for Anthem. I bought Anthem. I thought Anthem was going to be good. I am a really big fan of Destiny. I know a lot of you guys guys probably aren't. Destiny was very hit or miss for people. But I really liked Destiny, and I was hoping that this was genuinely going to be a Destiny, Call of Duty, Halo clone of all three mixed together, shoved into a cake pan and baked for an hour. But it definitely wasn't. It wasn't good. It was very disappointing. But they said, I know this will be disappointing to the community of Anthem, players who have been excited to see the improvements we've been working on. It's also disappointing for the team who were doing brilliant work. And for me personally, Anthem was what brought me to BioWare, and the last 2 years have been some of the most challenging and rewarding experiences of my career. Game development is hard, decisions like these are not easy, and moving forward we need to laser focus our efforts as a studio and strengthen the next Dragon Age and Mass Effect titles, while continuing to provide quality updates to Star Wars The Old Republic. Well, at least they're fucking doing that, because I love Star Wars The Old Republic. I'd sacrifice all these franchises for Star Wars The Old Republic. I'm sorry, not even gonna lie. Mass Effect, who's she? Dragon Age, we don't know her. Star Wars The Old Republic is where it's at. No, genuinely, I feel torn on this, because on one hand, I'm glad that people do really love Anthem, and this is extremely sad news for fans of Anthem and the few people that do still play Anthem. But at the same time, Anthem was not something that I feel could have been rejuvenated. I don't feel like if they, relaunched Anthem, anyone would be super excited for it. I don't think that they'd be able to basically go back to square one. I think that everyone would always doubt any sort of Anthem project, and I feel like that made it so the deck was always stacked against them, and they would never be able to come out on top no matter how much money or time or effort they put into Anthem. So I am, in a way, very sad, especially for the people who liked Anthem, that they are abandoning Anthem. But at the same time, I personally would much rather them put their focus and their developers and effort into games like Dragon Age and Mass Effect and Star Wars The Old Republic, and hopefully, oh no, I just bonked my microphone very hard. I would rather them put those developers and the money into these games that could potentially be very good in the future. I want Dragon Age to be good. I want Mass Effect to be good. I want Star Wars The Old Republic to be good. And can they be good is a completely different question, but I'd rather them try to make those good than put all of this money and effort into something that I don't think could ever be good. I don't think that they could ever bring Anthem back and make people love an Anthem game. But it says the note also cites the challenges of working during the pandemic, which made all of this even more difficult, and affirms that at the very least they aren't shutting down the servers for the game, continuing its live service existence in that sense that you can literally still play it, but it does not seem as if any other actual content will be developed for it. I'm glad that they're not completely shutting it offline, because people do still play the game. Guys, do you want me to do a playthrough of Anthem? Tell me now, speak now, forever hold your peace. They're going to shut down Anthem at some point. You're not going to be able to play the game anymore. Should I do a quick playthrough of Anthem on the channel so we can have some lulls and laughs? It's sad. It is sad, because if I was a fan of Anthem, I'd be heartbroken right now that they're not developing any new content. They've been promising us for a year that they were going to put time and effort into Anthem 2.0, and they're not now, and that does suck to see. But it says it was frankly a bit amazing that BioWare even embarked on this grand reboot plan to begin with, and the head-scratching they did with only 30 team members working over the past year in incubation mode like Anthem 2.0, and what form that would have taken, we may never know. So that's all that we really know. BioWare and EA are abandoning Anthem, and it is kind of sad to see. To be honest, it is kind of sad to see. Maybe they will eventually make another Anthem game, maybe in a couple of years, 5 years, 10 years. They could try to reboot Anthem and maybe take this concept of this game that they made that was very bad and turn it into something good. I don't know. I can't promise that. Don't listen to me. I'm a no one. I know nothing. I don't drink and I don't know things, apparently. I'm not a Lannister, but I'm hopeful in a way for their next projects, because maybe this means that those developers will be going towards a project that they can dedicate so much time and effort and work into that could actually be very good, instead of kind of fiddling around over here with Anthem 2.0 that's never going to be good. But we'll move on to the next topic in just a minute. I'm in a way disappointed because BioWare is abandoning this project that for a freaking year they've been telling us they've been so excited to announce and work on, and they have this whole stupid little website saying these are our plans for the next 5 years of Anthem. But we probably all kind of knew in the back of our heads that that was never going to happen. So let me see what you guys said about Anthem. BioWare is so SJW now, though. It's true, they are. It is something that we need to accept. God, no. Yes. Sure, why not? Oh, you said that twice. Only counts for 1 vote. Never. Anthem. Yes. She won't do it. Wait, these are yes. She won't do it. Don't put yourself through the pain. Play through Birds of Prey. What? You're the only person I'd watch play it, but that sounds painful. So we have quite a few people saying yes. I don't know. How much is Anthem? Do I own Anthem now? Did I lose my copy of Anthem? Can you buy this shit online still? How much is Anthem? Get Anthem. Never thought I'd be saying that. Oh, never thought I'd be doing this in my life. You have to buy stupid EA Play. I'm sure you can find it for like $2 online. I'm sure I can find it for like $2. Maybe I'll play Anthem. How long is Anthem? Like 10 hours, 14 hours, maybe. I'll consider it. I'll think about it. Fall Guys was acquired by Epic Games. Oh, were they? Fall Guys. I didn't actually see that. This isn't very old. It only happened like 3-4 hours ago. But Epic is actually acquiring the Fall Guys developers. That's interesting. I mean, I think that people really love Fall Guys, and I think that Fall Guys is a game that people are going to end up going back to. So I understand why Epic would want to do that. I mean, Epic's tried to acquire lots of studios. They want as many teams as they can get. And I mean, if obviously the developers behind Fall Guys were more than happy since they did make the deal. So good for them. I mean, if that's really what they want to do, then good for them. Hopefully the situation turns out well. We'll have to definitely see, though, how that ends up, because Fall Guys is on Steam. And I'm assuming that, like, it'd be, like, an Epic exclusive now or something. I don't know. Straw poll, maybe? Yeah, let me make a straw poll. Just quickly, because we're here. Schedule a meeting. I spelled Anthem A-H-T-E-N. That is not how you spell Anthem. I didn't even spell it right that time. Okay. Should I play Anthem? Yes. Torture. No. Don't do this. Alright, I'll try real quick. Hold on. How do you, do I just create poll? Only direct links? Your admin rights are temporary? I don't care about admin rights. Don't give me that shit. I don't care. Alright. It should be working. Let me see. I will do it quickly. Should I play Anthem? Now, I'm not promising I will, but just for science sake, okay? Just for science sake. What do you guys think? I don't know. I have a feeling I know how this is gonna go. Is the link working? It should be working. Oh, it's going. Oh, you guys are definitely voting. Yeah, I already know the answer. You guys are gonna say yes. I know. You guys think that'd be hilarious. Well, Anthem's still very buggy and very broken. Anthem's not a perfect game. So I could play it once. It's gonna be torture. Because there's probably tons of, well, I know there's still tons of problems that the game has because they didn't fix the game. But, oh, it's actually 50-50 right now. Wow. It's definitely leaning yes, though. Yeah, it's definitely leaning yes. Yup. I don't know. Maybe I'd consider playing Anthem at some point. We've always got time to waste. Maybe when they announce Anthem's gonna be, you know, closing, maybe I'd play it then. Just for the lulz, just for the fun. Alright. There's a bunch of votes. It's still leaning yes. So thank you guys for your input. I appreciate it. Alright, guys. Let's move on to the next topic. Do I want to talk about this topic first? Yeah. Yeah, because the Twitch one's only going to be a brief mention. So, what is this mouse? Do you guys see in this ad this mouse over here? Hold on. Hold on. Please don't pop up with any okay. Mad Cat's authentic optical gaming mouse, $72. What is this? Is this a fucking transformer? Is that a what is that? Is that a ruler? What the hell? I've never seen. What is that? It looks like a snowmobile. That shit is crazy. I am bookmarking that. It's Optimus Prime's helmet. Look at that. It looks like Optimus Prime's helmet. You cannot tell me that it's not. Okay, let me just add 20 to my cart. Oh, it's not even wireless? Oh. You can't even give me the non-wired? Like, look at that. That is totally... those are his ears, the ears, and then that's the chin. And that's Optimus. I'm gonna keep that bookmarked though. Alright, guys, so let's move on to the next... Yep, everyone's like, robots in disguise. Yep, more than meets the eye. Robots in disguise. Alright, let's move on to... Is it also a drone? Maybe. Alright, guys, let's move on to the next topic of the evening. Now, as you all know, Gina Carano has been an extremely hot topic over the past couple of weeks, ever since she was fired from The Mandalorian. It is a very unfortunate situation. Fuck cancel culture. I always say that. I always will say it forever and always. I do not like cancel culture. I think that cancel culture is not cool. She basically got fired for putting her own political opinions on social media. But the thing is that she didn't do it in a divisive way. She didn't say, you have to believe what I think. You have to, you know, think the way that I do. She never insulted anyone based on their opinions. But there's been one thing that's happened throughout the Gina Carano situation, and that's that no one's really defended her that works at Disney. And she had said during her Ben Shapiro interview that there were definitely people behind the scenes who rooted for her, that tried to defend her. We've heard rumors that Jon Favreau really tried to defend Gina Carano because he really liked her. He really liked Cara Dune. And a lot of the shows right now, you know, we're supposed to feature Cara Dune. The Rangers of the Republic show is reportedly supposed to feature Cara Dune and Gina Carano. The Mandalorian, she was a main character. But unfortunately, they fired her. And of course, Disney's been called out for their hypocrisy for the past couple of weeks ever since they fired her. But recently, Bill Burr had actually went on a podcast, his own podcast, and he had made a sort of statement on Gina Carano. Now, the thing is that there are a lot of people praising, you know, Bill Burr for speaking out, even mentioning Gina Carano's name. Whenever you mention Gina Carano's name now, you're instantly put on a side. You're pro-Gina Carano or anti-Gina Carano. And there are a lot of people praising Bill Burr for coming out and, you know, talking at least a little bit about Gina Carano. But the real question I have to ask is, did Bill Burr really defend Gina Carano? And I wanted to reference this Bounding Into Comics article because I definitely think that they make a lot of good points here. So Bill Burr shouldn't be praised. He's a coward, and so are his Mandalorian co-stars. YouTube dashboard. Hold on, guys. YouTube dashboard, could you please? Could you... Oh, there we go. I don't understand. All right. So Bill Burr shouldn't be praised. He's a coward, and so are his Mandalorian co-stars. A Jedi's strength flows through the Force, but beware of the dark side. Anger, fear, aggression. The dark side of the Force are they. Easily they flow, quick to join you in a fight. If once you start down the dark path forever, it will dominate your destiny. Consume you, it will. Those are the words of Master Yoda that he spoke to Luke Skywalker, and they are words the entire company at Disney and specifically Lucasfilm needs to hear. But it might be too late. Lucasfilm, and especially the people who work on The Mandalorian, appear to be consumed by fear and dominated by it. None of them have an ounce of courage to stand up for their canceled castmate Gina Carano. Absolutely none of them. They haven't even spoke about it whatsoever in public, including executive producers Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. The only thing I want to say is there were a lot of rumors that Jon Favreau was supposedly defending Gina Carano behind the scenes. He really wanted to keep Gina Carano as Cara Dune, but he never came forward and made any statements, which obviously, as a high up at a company, you're most likely they're not going to come out and say anything because they were just rumors. Maybe he wasn't actually defending her, but we did hear about that quite a few times. Now, Carano did reveal in her interview with Ben Shapiro that some people did stand up for her internally. She stated, "I know that there are some people that went to bat for me, but I know that they didn't really win out in the end. But the fact of the matter is that none of them have made any public statements about Carano's firing whatsoever." So, as the one person who has actually spoken up about it, readily admits that he's controlled by fear. So, comedian Bill Burr, who plays Miggs Mayfield in The Mandalorian, recently discussed Carano's firing back on February 24th on the Bill Burr podcast, episode 49. I'm not going to play it. I can put this article into chat if you guys want. It's the first article on Bounding Into Comics. But we are going to read what he said, obviously. While discussing Carano's firing, Burr states that I'm on that effing show. Now, I gotta watch what the F I say. It's clear that he is in fear of losing his role as Mayfeld if Disney decides to falsely claim that he's denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities. This is the situation that we're facing. We have someone who is an actor in this show who did play along with, Gina Carano. He was a character that did assist Cara Dune, but he is now worried for his career. And I obviously want to say, I am not going to judge someone solely based on the fact that they're afraid to speak out because they want to protect their career, okay? Bill Burr doesn't want to get canceled. He does not want his career to be ruined. He cares, obviously, about what Disney and what Lucasfilm thinks about him, or else he wouldn't be saying, I care about what, I'm saying because I'm on that show. I gotta watch what the F I say, because if he genuinely wanted to say F cancel culture, he could say, come and get me next, basically. He's admitting here, though, I have to watch what I say. I have to watch what I'm doing. But it says that's what they did, to Carano. A spokesman revealed Carano had been fired back in February, and of course you all know about this situation. The spokesperson said her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are aberrant and unacceptable. Not only did Burr reveal he's controlled by fear, but he's also heavily implied that Carano's sharing of the post is a bad comparison, and at multiple points he describes it as ignorant. The post is clearly not ignorant, they say. The ignorance comes from those describing it as a bad comparison. In his interview with Carano, Ben Shapiro explained it was obvious that this has nothing to do with anti-Semitism. The post was obviously not anti-Semitic. I personally don't think that it's anti-Semitic. I know that, of course, the outrage mobs on social media are like, oh my god, she's some white supremacist, anti-Semitic, POS. I wouldn't call Gina Carano that. It says you would have to completely twist the post backwards in order to get the idea that it was anti-Semitic. He continued, since it was specifically decrying the treatment of Jews, it was saying what would happen, or what happened to Jews was evil, and this should never happen again. Now, Bill Burr is partaking in the media lie that there was something wrong with it, and they're saying that it wasn't. Gina Carano had actually tweeted this out. Gina Carano's been keeping her head up on social media, that's for sure. She definitely hasn't given in to outrage culture and the angry mobs on social media. She hasn't backed down. As you all know, she's stuck by her opinion. She isn't in hiding, basically. We know that when people get canceled, usually they go into hiding and they're afraid. That this isn't the case. She had posted, the simple step of a courageous individual is not to take part in the lie. One word of truth outweighs the world. But not only does Burr decry Carano's post as ignorant, but as the conversation surrounding cancel culture begins winding down, he did say, now it's becoming like, hey, you made an ignorant comparison. There goes your dream, right? He then questions, I look at that and it's like, who the fuck stands up to that? The thing is that if you want to stand up against cancel culture, you easily can. You can say, I'm not gonna self-censor myself. Again, he is afraid of losing his career and of being canceled. I think that anyone is always afraid of losing their career, working years on something and potentially being taken away from you, like it has been with Gina Carano. But at the same time, if you genuinely care about a situation, you're not going to say things like, well, I have to watch what I say now and I'm afraid. You either are afraid of cancel culture and you believe that someone can take you down, or you're not afraid of cancel culture and you say, I can do anything. If someone speaks against me or tries to bury me, screw them. I can be who I want to be. I can say the things I want to say. I can be the person I want to be, and I don't need a company or a corporation to back me up. It says, obviously, Burr is not standing up to it, otherwise he wouldn't be asking the question. No one at Disney and Lucasfilm is standing up to them, at least in the eyes of the public. That is something to note. Obviously, someone like Pedro Pascal isn't going to stand up to Disney or isn't going to stand up to Lucasfilm. He disagrees with a lot of the opinions that Gina Carano has, and even though he did in the past say things like, she's a nice girl, I really liked working with her, he's not going to stick his neck out and sacrifice his career for someone like Gina Carano, who has a different political opinion than his. We're not going to see people like Katie Sackhoff saying, screw Lucasfilm, bring Gina Carano back, she did nothing wrong, because again, she's afraid of losing her career. But if you have the opinion that fuck cancel culture, you'd think that people would stand up to that a little bit more. Again, I think that it mainly comes down to Bill Burr fence sitting here, okay? He doesn't want to lose his career, but at the same time, he wants to be a person that everyone's claiming as a hero. He wants to be seen as, wow, this guy hates cancel culture. He's such a good influence in the industry, basically. He's saying screw cancel culture. He's sticking up for his castmate. But at the same time, the question that I have is he really standing up for Gina Carano? Because I feel like the only person who's standing up for Gina Carano that's worked for Lucasfilm or Disney is Gina Carano. Obviously, there are thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of fans who are saying, you know, Lucasfilm is being hypocritical, this is disgusting of Lucasfilm and Disney, but the main person who's saying Gina Carano did nothing wrong is Gina Carano. We've got people like, you know, fans and Ben Shapiro and people that agree with her posts saying that, you know, she shouldn't be canceled, which I completely agree with. She shouldn't have gotten canceled, but out of all these actors and people she's worked with, none of them are coming out and defending her. It says, she tells Shapiro, the thought of this happening to anybody else, especially like somebody who could not handle this the way I can, no, they don't get to do that. They don't get to make people feel like that. And if I buckle, then little girls and little boys who are not getting a good fair shake are growing up at it right now. She continued, if I buckle, it's going to make it okay for these companies who have a history of lying to be lying and to do this to other people, and they have done it to other people, and I'm not going to go down without a fight. This is such a good mindset. Her saying, I'm not going to give up, I'm gonna thrive. I'm not going to let this company ruin my career. I'm not going to let people on social media who are angry ruin my career. It says, while Carano is actually standing up for it, and of course her own opinion, Burr makes platitudes about how awful cancel culture is. Just this week, as reported by The Hill, a new Caps Harrison polls show that 64% of respondents believe that cancel culture posed a threat to freedom in the US, while 36% said it was not a threat. It's clear most people know that cancel culture is awful, so much so that 64% think it's a threat to freedom. It's not courageous to say how bad cancel culture is, it's an empty gesture. Yeah, I mean, putting actions behind your words is definitely something that I think people should do if you're going to to say something, say it with your chest. Believe it or don't believe it. You know, for me, I'm not saying that I'm, you know, a Lucasfilm employee or I'm someone with a lot of, a shit ton of influence, but I say what I feel and I say it with my chest. I say fuck cancel culture. I don't support cancel culture. And I say how I feel. And obviously, again, I'm not employed by a giant company, and I'm sure if I wasn't employed by a giant company like Disney, I'd definitely consider saying things before I said it, but ultimately, you know, as this article says, courage requires putting your own neck on the line, and courage is taking a risk, and sometimes courage is sacrificing. But that's all that I really had to discuss with this topic. I do think that I am going to be making a video on this tomorrow, because I do think it's a big question to ask. Did he really defend Gina Carano? And I think that in a way he did, but in a way he didn't, and I think it's just a lot of fence sitting. And I'm glad that he's saying, you know, Gina Carano was a really nice person behind the scenes. She was very nice. But at the same time, he's clearly admitting he's afraid. And again, you know, actors are going to be afraid of losing their career. But, you know, courage isn't doing the safe thing or saying the safe words or choosing the safe option. Especially when you're standing up to something like cancel culture. So yeah, that's all that I really had to discuss with that. Oh, that's the mouse tab. Hey, the mouse is cool. And in just a minute, we're going to talk about the final topic. It's going to be quick. It's not going to be super long, but I did want to laugh at it a little bit with you guys. It's time for the Womxn. Womxn. The Woman Z? I mean, the Woman X? Lowercase x, uppercase x, underscore, woman, Womxn, underscore, lowercase x, uppercase x? Or no, uppercase x, lowercase x. That's my new gamer tag. Instead of an X in women, I'm going to put 6'9" as well. Katie Sackhoff isn't definitely as ignorant as Gina Carano. That's why she hasn't been targeted for cancellation. And that's your opinion. I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I don't know if Arizona and New Hampshire are comparable, starting with the weather. Yeah, they're definitely two very different climates. Twitch was destroyed over it. So I did a video on this situation yesterday, but now they've actually backtracked and basically said, well, we decided not to go ahead with it. Such losers. Say something with your chest or don't say it at all. Jesus. I don't know who Jamil French is, but he was the star of Degrassi. He passed away at 29. It's on my feed. Very sad. You said that you liked the Jesse Lex Luthor. Explain yourself. Oh. I'm never gonna live this down, am I? I'm never gonna live this down. I just thought he did a good job. I just... Fuck, I'm never gonna live this shit down. I feel like he had a very, I don't know, Riddler feel in a way, and I'm into the Riddler. By the way, when the fuck are we getting a Riddler movie? Can we please? Corey Michael Smith, that's his name, from Gotham, was a amazing Riddler. Oh my lord, have mercy. I loved Gotham. Gotham is one of the best shows ever. If you disagree, I'm sorry. Gotham was fucking... It was chef's kiss. Gotham was a godsend. Gotham was so good. They did change a couple of things with characters. I will digress and say yes, they did. But damn, was Gotham good. Oh. I miss that show so much. It's been, what, 2 years, 3 years now? That hurts. Bill Burr is a coward and a fake friend, just a matter of time before the mob comes for him. Oh, the mob's already started to come for him. People are already livid with him on social media. People who, because he said Gina Carano, so instantly you're going to be canceled if you mention Gina Carano. So there already are people trying to cancel him. No, Vera, no. No, Vera, no what? No what? Bill Burr always plays a tough guy in stand-up, but he was trembling with fear on his podcast. I wouldn't necessarily say he was trembling with fear, but you could definitely tell that he was afraid. He was nervous about saying stuff. That's the problem, is that it's just a problem in Hollywood in general. People are afraid of being themselves because they're afraid of being canceled by a giant company. And they don't say what they genuinely feel, and then you end up with PR talk. You end up with, oh my gosh, such a nice day, look at my acai bowl on Twitter. And you end up with, oh, look at this behind the scenes picture from a show 10 years ago that I did. You don't end up with people and how they genuinely feel. Jesse Eisenberg's Zuckerberg's Lex Luthor was the lamest millennial supervillain. Lex Luthor is supposed to be an evil genius, not an asexual creeper. Hey, that's your opinion, Rod. I thought that he was okay. I would have liked to see his character fleshed out more. I wouldn't say that he was like the best Lex Luthor or anything. God, no. But I thought he did decent. I feel like also maybe the writing just wasn't there for his character because they kind of just shoved him into a corner and said, like, do a couple things. I thought he was okay, though. All I know about is the Riddler from the Arkham trilogy, and that's enough to make me like him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. Riddler is so fucking good. I love the Riddler. Can we just get a Riddler movie? Not with Jim Carrey. 90s animated Batman is the best. Gears of War Tactics, huh? He was looking over his shoulder? Yeah, definitely. Doom Eternal, Vera, or are you scared of violent video games? I've already streamed Doom Eternal. Already played it. Riddler's so good. Alright guys, let's talk about the final topic of the evening. This is going to be a fairly quick topic. This isn't going to be a topic that I'm going to super dive into. So if you didn't see my previous video on the channel, please feel free to go and watch it now. I did post it yesterday. I talked about the situation where Twitch came out and decided to launch their marketing campaign for Women's History Month, but instead they said women with an X instead of an E, so like Womxn History Month, or Women X Month, Woman X Month, X-Woman Month, basically the X-Men, but with women. People were livid over this, and I completely understand why. So if you don't know what women with an X instead of an E is, basically it is a term used by intersectional feminists, and it's supposed to be basically a less sexist version of the word women. It's supposed to be inclusive, but it's not very inclusive. So Twitch thought that this was all going to go okay. They thought there were going to be no problems. They thought that everyone was going to be a hunky freaking dory with them spelling women with an X, and it backfired. It was blowing up on social media. People were livid, and I completely understand why. They're talking about promoting women and raising women up and women empowerment, but yet they're literally erasing the meaning of the word women because they're not using the word women properly. But because it completely backfired on them, they've decided to backtrack and say, we actually don't like the backlash, so we're not going to go forward with it. They are freaking cowards. They cannot make up their mind. They say they're going to do something, then they don't do it. They create safety advisory councils, yet it's just a shallow term where people don't do anything. But it says, while we originally wanted to use a word that acknowledges the shortcoming of gender binary language, after hearing directly from you, including members of the LGBTQIA+++ community on Twitch, we will be using the spelling women moving forward. We're talking about a massive company. You would think after this idea was created, went through tons of executives, tons of managers, tons of people, councils at Twitch, that someone would have said, why the hell are you doing this? You would think that they would go to Google, click, and type in, is women with an X an offensive term? Because it is an offensive term to a lot of people. But it says, we want to assure you that we have and will still continue to work with the LGBTQIA+ community We're still learning. Our good intentions don't always equate to positive impact, but we're committed to growing from these experiences, doing better, and ensuring we're all inclusive. We are inclusive to all, excuse me. The thing is that they don't really have good intentions. We are talking about a company that just wants to make money. So they figure, instead of making positive change, doing something like spelling women with an X is going to get people interested in their platform and maybe make them more money and get them more traffic. We're not talking about a company that genuinely cares about people and their community and the people who use their platform. We're just talking about a company who wants to pander to a specific group of people, clearly because they were using the term women with an X, and is a political spelling, a literal political spelling of the word women that was created by intersectional feminists. Maybe the person who originally said we should do this had genuine intentions, but you are not telling me that everyone that this idea had to go through, all the marketing teams and all the executives and managers, thought that this was a good idea. I am willing to bet the farm on the fact that more than half of those people were probably like, this is stupid, but we're gonna do it anyway. I genuinely don't see how all these people at this company could think that this was a good idea. We're talking about a company with thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe even, probably not, thousands of people who use their platform. And never mind on a daily basis, hundreds and thousands of viewers, millions of viewers. You're not telling me that they are stupid enough to not actually go to people who might use that term and ask them how they feel about using that as a marketing campaign. They have so many people who use their platform. They had so many people who are part of the LGBTQIA+ community on their platform that they could have asked. They have thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people who they could have asked, hey, what do you think of this idea? Some of their top streamers they could have asked, do you think that this is a good idea? Do you think that your community would like this? But they clearly didn't even do their research, because I'm sure that most of their audience, whether it's just their largest streamers or even streamers who are part of the LGBTQ community, who would have said this is a terrible idea, and they didn't consult with any of them. They didn't stop to think, wow, maybe besides the 4 people we put in the ad, maybe we should have asked our community how they felt, and they didn't do that. Woke pandering gone wrong, abso-freaking-lutely. I don't know what they were thinking here, besides the fact that they thought that they could pander to a specific audience with this political spelling of a word, and it's pathetic. Okay? Guys, I'm joining the X-Women, okay? I don't know what my superpower is gonna be yet, but I'm joining the X-Women. X. Not 3 X's though, because that'd be very inappropriate. But I'm gonna join the X-Women. It's done. It's confirmed. We are the X-Men, but no men. All women. Female empowerment. We're gonna have Fat Dora with a talking backpack. We're gonna have Snowflake in Safe Space. We're gonna have Mustard and Ketchup. Those are 2 characters I'm gonna create, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Captain Social Justice. Yes. That's how it is. Anyway, guys, that's all that I really had to discuss for tonight's stream. We talked about Twitch and the outrage surrounding their dumbass decisions. We talked about Bill Burr and the question of, did he really defend Gina Carano? We talked about the death of Anthem, and I talked about 3 different Superman topics. I'm gonna go to the Q&A portion of the stream though, you guys, so if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them into the chat now. I would be happy to answer them. If you guys want to support the channel, please consider donating via Streamlabs. I appreciate all of the support. I really do. Consider becoming a Dark Titan for just $1 a month via Patreon. All of the links are in the description. Next week, I am going to be doing a supporter-only live stream, so that will be very fun. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Join the Discord, subscribe, like the stream. If you didn't like it, dislike it. Guys, we're at 94 likes on the stream. Please. 6 of you lurkers. Please. Come on now. Please. Just take a minute. from the TV show you're watching or the video game you're playing, even if you're in a multiplayer game. I'm the mom storming into the room saying, get off the TV, and just give the stream a like. Yes, mustard and ketchup kick ass. Yes, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them into the chat now. Consider donating. Checking out the links in the description. I appreciate all the support. 97 likes, 3 of you. 3. Oh, 2. 1. Should I have coffee? It's always a good time for coffee. Coffee is delicious. It is great. This was a great stream. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for the 100 likes. Thank you. I've already liked it. Well, thank you. Vera will become an ex-woman to break down the damn patriarchy. Oh, no. Oh, no. That damn patriarchy. I can't. I think it's hilarious, to be honest. I really do. I think that it's hilarious that it's like, this damn patriarchy. I know it shouldn't be so funny, but they've like taken the word and made it funny. Yeah, well, that's how it goes. Okay, having coffee, thanks. Yes, coffee is delicious. The stream is great, but I'm sure I will be banned indefinitely. Yeah, what did you say at the beginning? I don't remember. You like Jared Leto, right? Yeah, that's a ban. All wumbo. I wumbo, you wumbo, he, she, we, they, wumbo. Follow me on Patreon. Yeah. Follow me on Patreon, guys. The ex-women will blast scorpions with the power of their monthly special time. Oh no. What if during that special time you get like a 50% tax buff or something? Or 50% decrease in tax or something? I feel like you should just get out a tax-free card. Okay. Done with the feminist jokes. My Overwatch account was suspended for a month because I said thinking the patriarchy is actively oppressing you in 2021. I'm gonna copy and paste that. I'm gonna copy that and I'm gonna open Overwatch tonight and I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna do that. I'll do it. I'll record it. I better get banned. If I don't get banned, still cold, I'm gonna look at you and go, why did you lie to me like that? I'd probably get like permabanned, and that sucks because I have quite a bit on my Overwatch account, but I'll do it. Oh, you were the bop one. You enjoyed Birds of Prey. In my defense, I never said it was a good movie, but you enjoyed it, which is walking the line. Voltron was the shit. Voltron's so cool. Oh, hell yeah. Did you guys know that, what was it, like last year? They came out with this Voltron Lego set, and it was giant, and I wanted it so bad. It's $400 now, because it's out of print. Lego Voltron set, Defenders of the Universe. I was this close to buying it, and it's $400 now. I mean, it came out, and it was like $300, so... Oh, man. Now I'm looking at it again. $344. That's a lot of change. It's your funeral. I'm not joking. Vera, do you think we'll see a new Fire Emblem game anytime soon? Yeah, maybe not necessarily sometime very soon, but I think that we'll see another one relatively soon. Favorite Batman actor? You really have to ask. You really have to ask. Here, I'm gonna bring up a picture of him. I'm gonna bring up a picture of my favorite Batman. I say this like I feel like every stream. Hold on, I'm trying to find a good image. Favorite Batman. Okay, here we go. Oh, yes. There we go. Favorite Batman. He's right there. Val freaking Kilmer. Irreplaceable Batman. I'm gonna be honest. I really also liked Ben Affleck as Batman. Not gonna lie. I thought that he actually did a pretty good job, and I wish that we would have seen him more. It's too bad. Val Kilmer, question mark? You already know. You already been new. I feel like everyone always asks me because they want to make fun of me. I feel like that's the problem, is that you guys are just like, who's your favorite Batman actor? Just to throw it in my face. Thinking the patriarchy is actively oppressing you in 2021. I had to copy and paste it so I'd remember it. So funny. Ben Affleck's Batman was good. I really liked Ben Affleck's Batman. I don't know. Okay, I've got weird taste in my Batman. I really liked the younger actor who played Batman in Gotham. Or it was Bruce Wayne most of the time, Batman at the end, but I thought he did a good job. Obviously, he's like too young to be another Batman. Maybe in like 10 years he'd be a good Batman. I thought he did a decent job. I don't remember his name. Gotham actors. It was like David. How do you say his name? David Mazouz? I really like the whole cast for Gotham. Oh no, I'm gonna have to binge Gotham again. Val and Willow and Batman were epic. Val Kilmer was a good actor. He really was. Hold on one second, you guys. I'm just checking something real quick. Okay. So, I am going to end the live stream in just a minute. Ben Affleck was a great Bruce Wayne, but not a good Batman. Ooh, fair enough. I'm not gonna lie, I did like Dave Mazouz, how do I say his name? Mazouz? Portrayal of Teen Bruce. I really liked him as Teen Bruce. I actually thought that he did a very good job. I was a big fan of the series, though, so I thought that everyone did a phenomenal job. But alright, you guys, I am going to end the live stream here. Thank you all so much for stopping by tonight. I do really appreciate it. I had a ton of fun talking about Bill Burr and a ton of Superman topics, Anthem, and also Twitch's dumb freaking assery. If you guys enjoyed the live stream, please make sure to give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way. Please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month. All of the links are in the description of the live stream. You can follow me on Twitter. On Minds, I do have a BitChute. I have an Instagram. I don't really use it that much. Maybe I'll use Instagram more in the future. And most importantly, join our Discord. We are very active there. I tag you all when I go live in case YouTube doesn't notify you of the live streams. And I also post videos there. I don't tag excessively, or at least I try not to. So check out all the links in the description. I will have a new video up tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. That will be very fun, like usual. I'll be talking about the Bill Burr situation and Gina Carano. But with that being said, yeah, I mean, follow me, social media, check out the links, check out tomorrow's video, check out yesterday's video. What else can I show really quickly? So did I say subscribe to the channel? Subscribe to the channel. And all that good stuff. But thank you all so much for stopping by, and have a fantastic evening, everyone.